They built a pool on my land, so I turned it into a cattle trough. When I left for a 5-day feed convention down in Dallas, the south corner of my ranch was quiet, peaceful, and exactly how it had always been. Wide open pasture, a few fence posts marking the boundaries, and the gravel road that had guided my tractors and cattle for decades. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. Part of the 53 acres my family's held for 3 generations. My grandfather had walked that ground. My father had repaired those fences, and now I managed it exactly the way we always had. When I came back, I nearly choked on my morning coffee. Right there in the middle of my pasture was a sparkling new swimming pool. Bright blue water glimmered in the sun. Fresh concrete decking stretched around it. Lounge chairs, umbrellas, even a little pool fence with a locked gate. And at the entrance, a shiny brass sign, Red Willow Creek Community Pool for residents only. Residents? I don't pay their dues. I don't live under their board. But apparently the HOA had decided my pasture was the perfect place to build their little oasis without asking, without paying, without permission. At first I just stood there, mouth open. I couldn't believe it. How do you take someone's land, pour a pool, set up furniture, and just assume it's yours? Then slowly, I started laughing because they had no idea what kind of mistake they'd made. The very next morning, I loaded a trailer with my 27 head of cattle and backed it right up to their brand new fence. I swung the gate wide, whistled, and watched as my herd walked straight into the pool area like it was a summer vacation. Within minutes, the scene turned chaotic. My cows drank from the pristine water, waded in the shallow steps, tipped over deck chairs, and fertilized the concrete in ways those HOA families would never forget. The pool looked less like a resort and more like a stock pond in a matter of minutes. My cattle grazed around the edges, pawed at the decking, and occasionally snorted in approval. By nightfall, I had to admit it. The pool was officially ruined. Perfectly manicured slides and umbrellas were now soggy, muddy, and unusable. The phone calls started before sunrise. First, the HOA secretary, then their lawyer, demanding I remove my cattle immediately. I told them flat out, they're not trespassing. This is my land. Your pool is the trespass. They threatened lawsuits. I calmly told them I'd already filed one. Property encroachment, unauthorized construction, trespassing. And since I'd taken plenty of drone footage while my herd tested the pool, the local news was already calling me for interviews. By the end of the week, the story hit the front page. Subdivision builds pool on rancher's land without consent. Cattle move in. Residents were livid. Their precious HOA-funded pool had become a muddy, unusable mess. Kids cried when they saw cows splashing where they were supposed to swim. Greg, the HOA president with a spray tan, became the town's most hated guy. 2 weeks later, the HOA agreed to fix my pasture and cover the damages. I declined. Instead, I offered them a deal. They could keep the pools, lease my land for $10,000 a month. They signed, no choice. I laugh every summer. And if they ever miss a payment, well, my cows are always thirsty.